Very disappointing news here, people. Very quick video. David Lemieux has injured his hand and therefore withdrawn from his bout against John Ryder, which was set to be a co-main event on the Canelo Jacobs card. It's not yet clear which co-main event will replace, and it is strange that it was a co-main event because there's levels and levels and levels between Lemieux versus Ryder and Canelo versus Jacobs. But, be that as it may, there are not yet any details made public about what will replace the Lemieux versus Ryder bout, whether Ryder will still be retained on the card and fight somebody else maybe, or whether they'll put some different matchup in there completely. Remains to be seen. So let me know what you guys think about this. I'm personally disappointed. I was looking forward to it. Ryder has put together a run of good form in his past few fights in the past year or so, and really has answered some questions for me, because earlier on in Ryder's career I was quite disappointed by his lack of fire, because he clearly has ability, John Ryder, but he just seemed to lack that meanness necessary to take him on to the next level. But the technique, the skills, they all seem to be there, nice punching power, speed, and he just looked well put together, but it just seemed to lack that fire in the belly. But he seems to have found the fire in the belly over the past year or so. And as I say, put together some good wins. Would the Lemieux fight be a step too far for him? Maybe. But hey, he's ambitious. I'm sure he wants to fight for a world title. So he was going for it. And this was a great opportunity for him. Perhaps the fight can be rescheduled. Who knows? They say Lemieux injured his right hand during a sparring session. Interestingly, Lemieux's best punch is a left hook rather than the right hand. And I do wonder, did he catch the opponent, badly or something and injure his hand, maybe sprain his wrist? Because in terms of breaking a knuckle, the technology in sparring gloves these days is so advanced. It's not like the old school sparring gloves they used to use in the 80s and 90s. The sparring gloves today have got, much improved technology, very sophisticated, layered foams that they use. And if you get a sparring glove like, let's say, the Rival RS1, the padding is so thick on the knuckle and it's so dense. I don't care if you're Mike Tyson, Gennady Golovkin, Vladimir Klitschko, you're going to have to go really, really hard to try and injure a knuckle through the padding on something like an RS1, or even some of the bulky Everlast models of sparring glove. Not so much the MX sparring gloves or the Power Locks, because you probably could still, if you're going real hard and you're wearing a pair of gloves that's maybe a bit too small for you, you probably could still injure a knuckle. But with the bulkier ones, like the Protex, those kind of sparring gloves with Everlast, difficult to injure a knuckle in them gloves, because, as I say, the foam is quite dense in the knuckle and it's extremely thick. So I wonder what sparring gloves Lemieux was wearing and how he managed to catch the, and again, on top of that, you got wraps underneath your gloves, and your opponent has got headgear, which also has a certain amount of give in it. So you're not hitting something completely solid when you're hitting headgear. So I don't know, man. It's kind of surprising that he managed to hurt his right hand. And again, his right hand is not as powerful or as prolific as his left. So I don't know, strange, but these things do happen. If you're throwing thousands and thousands of shots in a gym over the course of a career sparring, freak accidents can occur, particularly if you do punch with elite level power like a David Lemieux. And obviously not everybody has the same level of resistance in their hands. Some people's hands and wrists are more brittle than others, including big punchers. So anyway, disappointing that the fight is no longer on. Was actually looking forward to it, and maybe it can be rescheduled. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's Sam and I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week,
covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.